are so heartless, and you don't care. And I don't even know
What happens when one woman decides to shatter every beauty standard the fashion industry has ever created? It's 2016, and while most aspiring models are obsessing over fitting into size 0 jeans, one woman is about to flip the entire script on what it means to be beautiful. Have you ever felt like you didn't fit the perfect mold society expects? Like you were too much of this, not enough of that? Well, you're not alone. Millions of people have felt exactly the same way, until Angela Rodriguez stepped onto the scene and changed everything. In 2016, while the fashion world was still clinging to outdated beauty standards, Angela Rodriguez did the unthinkable. She didn't just enter the modeling industry, she bulldozed through it with confidence, curves, and a message so powerful it would inspire millions around the globe. She didn't shrink herself to fit the industry's narrow definition of beauty. Instead, she expanded the entire definition of what a model could be. But how did she transform from appearing in local TV commercials to becoming the voice of millions? How did one woman's refusal to conform spark a revolution that would change the fashion industry forever? Her story isn't just about modeling, it's about courage, authenticity, and the power of believing in yourself when the whole world tells you you're not enough. 2016 wasn't just another year in fashion. It was the year everything began to shift. The industry was finally waking up to something that should have been obvious all along. Real beauty comes in every shape, size, and form. And right at this pivotal moment, Angela Rodriguez made her entrance. But this wasn't a timid step into the spotlight. Angela arrived with the kind of confidence that stops people in their tracks. When she walked into those first casting calls, creative directors and agents immediately recognized something special. Here was a woman who didn't just challenge the rigid beauty norms, she obliterated them with grace and authenticity. Her early work in television commercials and magazine features became the foundation stones of what would become an empire. But even then, you could see the spark, that unique presence that made everyone take notice. She wasn't trying to fit into the industry's predetermined mold. She was creating an entirely new one. The fashion world had been hungry for change, even if it didn't fully realize it yet. Consumers were tired of seeing the same cookie-cutter models, selling them products for bodies that looked nothing like their own. Angela's arrival answered a need that millions of people had been feeling, but couldn't quite articulate. What made Angela different wasn't just her stunning curves or her photogenic face. It was her unwavering belief that every body deserves to be celebrated. When she stepped in front of those cameras, she wasn't just modeling clothes, she was modeling a completely new way of thinking about beauty, confidence, and self-worth. But this breakthrough moment was just the beginning of something much bigger. The question wasn't whether Angela would succeed. It was how far her influence would reach and how many lives she would transform along the way. Success in modeling isn't just about looking good in photos, it's about storytelling, versatility, and the ability to connect with audiences on a deeper level. Angela understood this from day one, and her strategic approach to building her portfolio proved she was playing chess while others were playing checkers. From those early television commercials, Angela methodically expanded her range. She effortlessly transitioned from traditional print advertisements to dynamic digital content, proving that her talent wasn't limited to one medium or style. Every photo shoot became a masterclass in versatility. She could embody elegance in a high-fashion spread, radiate warmth in a lifestyle campaign, or command attention on a runway. Behind the scenes, something even more important was happening. Angela was developing her craft, learning the subtle art of connecting with audiences through authenticity and emotion. She understood that great modeling isn't just about striking poses. It's about telling stories that resonate with people's hearts and experiences. Then came the moment that changed everything. Renowned fashion houses began extending invitations to collaborate. This wasn't just about booking bigger gigs. It was validation from an industry that had historically excluded women who looked like Angela. These weren't pity invitations or token gestures. These were strategic partnerships with brands that recognized her power to modernize their image and reach new audiences. Her portfolio exploded with high-profile runway appearances and exclusive campaigns with designers who embraced the modern vision of body positivity. While the specifics of some collaborations remain confidential, because that's how the industry works at the highest levels, the results spoke for themselves. Angela was no longer just a plus-size model. She was a model, period. International labels began calling, magazine editors started featuring her work. Online publications spotlighted her as a trendsetter and innovator. She wasn't just redefining beauty standards, she was combining professional excellence with a vigorous message of inclusion that resonated across cultures and continents. The local girl who started in TV commercials was now walking international runways and representing global brands. But Angela never forgot where she came from or why she started this journey in the first place. While traditional media opened doors for Angela, social media gave her the keys to the kingdom. Instagram and TikTok became her direct lines to millions of people who had been waiting their entire lives to see someone like them represented in fashion and beauty. Angela's content strategy was pure genius. A carefully curated mix of behind-the-scenes glimpses, candid selfies, and motivational messages that struck a chord with audiences hungry for authenticity. She didn't just post pretty pictures. She shared her journey, her struggles, her victories, and her philosophy on self-love and acceptance. Her engagement wasn't superficial, it was deeply personal. Through personal anecdotes and interactive sessions, Angela built a community that didn't just admire her professional success, but connected with her human experience. Her followers weren't just fans, they were part of a movement. This digital presence facilitated a seismic shift in how fashion brands approached the plus-size market. Angela proved that size wasn't a limiting factor in high fashion. It was an untapped opportunity. Her collaborations expanded beyond traditional print media to comprehensive digital campaigns that showcased her multifaceted talents. She wasn't just modeling anymore. She was creating content about beauty routines, healthy lifestyles, and practical fashion tips. This multi-dimensional approach positioned her as a holistic brand ambassador who could speak to every aspect of her audience's lives. Fashion brands finally understood what Angela had known all along. There was a massive, underserved market of consumers who wanted to see themselves represented in fashion and beauty. Her digital success wasn't just about personal branding, it was about proving that inclusive marketing wasn't just the right thing to do, it was the profitable thing to do. Through social media, Angela transformed from a model who happened to be plus size into a lifestyle influencer whose message of empowerment reached far beyond fashion. She was changing conversations, challenging perceptions, and inspiring action on a global scale. But Angela's impact goes much deeper than professional success or social media metrics. At the heart of everything she does is a mission that's both personal and universal, redefining what beauty means in the modern world. By openly embracing her natural curves and championing body positivity, Angela has inspired countless individuals to reject conventional, narrow standards of beauty. Her influence extends far beyond aesthetics. It's deeply rooted in fostering confidence and empowerment in people who have spent their lives feeling invisible or inadequate. Angela's narrative emphasizes a revolutionary idea. Fashion isn't about fitting into predetermined molds. It's about expressing individuality and celebrating every facet of your identity. She doesn't just wear clothes, she demonstrates how fashion can be a tool for self-expression, confidence, and joy. Her message resonates because it's authentic. This isn't a marketing campaign or a corporate diversity initiative. It's a woman who refused to be limited by other people's expectations and built a career by being unapologetically herself. Through every photo shoot, every runway walk, every social media post, Angela communicates a powerful truth. Beauty is diverse, personal, and unlimited. She's not just challenging beauty standards, she's expanding them to include everyone who has ever felt excluded. This mission has real-world impact. Her influence has helped create space in the fashion industry for other models, influencers, and creators who don't fit traditional molds. She's opened doors, changed minds, and inspired a generation of people to embrace their uniqueness as their superpower. The beauty of Angela's approach is that it's not about tearing down others to build yourself up. It's about expanding the definition of beauty so there's room for everyone to shine. Today, Angela Rodriguez stands as more than just a successful model. She's a symbol of transformation and progress in an industry that desperately needed both. Her career trajectory reflects the broader evolution of fashion from an exclusive, narrow industry to one that celebrates diversity and authenticity. Her journey from modest beginnings in local media to becoming an international symbol of empowerment serves as a blueprint for emerging models and influencers. But more importantly, it's a roadmap for brands seeking to remain relevant in a cultural landscape that increasingly values authenticity over perfection. Through every campaign and piece of content, Angela continues to communicate her core message that beauty is diverse, that style is personal, and that the courage to be unabashedly yourself is the true essence of elegance. Her ongoing professional journey is marked by landmark achievements that consistently push the boundaries of what it means to be a modern fashion influencer. The fashion industry that once resisted change has been transformed by voices like Angela's. Today, inclusive campaigns aren't just good publicity, they're business necessities. Brands understand that their success depends on connecting with real people living real lives in real bodies. Angela's legacy isn't just about her personal success. It's about the doors she's opened, the conversations she's started, and the confidence she's instilled in millions of people around the world. She's proven that when you lead with authenticity and refuse to compromise your values, you don't just succeed, you create lasting change. Angela Rodriguez's story is proof that the most powerful thing you can do is be authentically yourself. In a world that constantly tells us we need to change, shrink, or conform, Angela chose to expand, not just her career, but our entire understanding of what beauty and success can look like. Her journey from local commercials to global influence reminds us that every expert was once a beginner, every icon was once unknown, and every movement starts with one person brave enough to stand up and say, "I belong here too." What part of Angela's story resonates most with you? Has her journey inspired you to embrace your own uniqueness and pursue your dreams more boldly? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If Angela's incredible story of transformation and empowerment has motivated you to see beauty and success in a new light, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more inspiring biographies of models who are changing the world one authentic moment at a time. Because here's the truth, we all have the power to redefine what's possible. We just need the courage to begin.